Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday, September 25th, and I am reading two books right now. I am reading Ship of Destiny, which is the third book in the Life Ship Traders series, and I am also reading Blood Debts. And I am planning on finishing both of them. I am actually planning on finishing this by like Wednesday or Thursday because I need to film my video for it. That will come out on Friday, so, need to get this finished, but also definitely plan to finish Blood Debts because I want to finish both of them before the end of the month. And ideally, I would like to read another book before the end of the month because if I finish these two, I will only have read 6 books. And granted that 2 of them are almost 1,000 pages, but still, I would like to have at least 7 books. And I would also like to attempt the challenge of reading like 200 pages a day. I think that would also help me reach my goal because, if I am doing a challenge, I am more likely to actually do it. So we are gonna attempt that. And I don't really have any plans like myself for this week. My parents might come up with something for the weekend, so I don't know if I will be reading the 200 pages like these 7 days or only 5 days. That will definitely depend on whether they want to do something outside or not. But we will be at least reading 200 pages for 5 days, or at least that is the challenge. And yeah, welcome to the vlog. Okay, so day 1 is complete. I achieved my goal yesterday. I actually read 235 pages because I read 198 Ship of Destiny and I got to page 501. So I'm making good progress. And then I read 37 pages of Blood Debts and I made it to 32%. So very happy with how that's going. I am really enjoying both of the books. In this one, I can't talk about what's happening because this is the third in the series, but I am definitely really enjoying it. And we have definitely learned a lot more about mostly the non-human creatures, but also the humans. We are learning actually more about a character that I hate. And I am not entirely sure I know exactly what's happening, but I think I know what's happening, and I think I don't like it. I like it, like it's a good story, but I don't like what it means. And there are a lot of things happening that, we have been waiting for a while. And the characters have been waiting for since like the beginning of book 1. And, they are all starting to, all the plot lines are starting to converge. And I am very, very excited. I have 400 pages left. And yeah, I am very, very excited. I am really, really enjoying it. Although I think I like the second book, like the Mad Ship, a little more than this one. I feel like it was even more like crazy action and like crazy reveals. So even though I am loving this one, I think I love the other one even more. And in terms of Blood Debts, basically we are following 2 twins, Chris and Clem. And they are both, I don't know if they are like witches, wizards. I know that they have magic. And Clem uses his magic like all the time. He loves using magic. And Chris used to be like great at magic until she stopped using magic at all. And that is because she accidentally, like a spell that she cast accidentally killed her dad. That was obviously not her intention, but since that happened, she has no longer used her magic, but no one knows that happened. No one knows that's the reason why her dad or their dad died. And therefore no one knows why she stopped using magic. And we also see that at the beginning of the book, their mom is really, really sick. But then they find out that she's not exactly sick. She has been cursed. And now they have to figure out who the hell wants to kill their mom and maybe like kill them all and like who's coming for their family. And we have also met like the rival family of like their family, and I really, really dislike them, which I guess is the point. And we are following like POVs from Clem and Craze, but we are also following a POV from another character. I think she's called Valentina. And again, I really dislike her, which also think is the point. But I am really liking the book. I am very intrigued and I am invested, and I also am curious about like learning more about their magic. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And now, not related to books, I watched the last season of Disenchanted, which has been out for a bit, but I hadn't watched it yet. So I just watched the entire season yesterday because, I mean, the episodes are short, and again, I was very invested. And that show is just such nonsense, but it's so fun, and I really, really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with it. I didn't absolutely love the ending, and I've definitely seen like comments of people with like mixed feelings because it was like a good happy ending, but it wasn't perfect. But like some people think that it's better that it wasn't perfect, some people like wanted it to be perfect. And I mean, it's not real life, you know, it's a TV show, so like why not make it perfect, you know what I mean? And I definitely wanted, especially like from my favorite character, I wanted it to be perfect. Like I feel like they deserved better than what they got. And so I didn't absolutely love the ending. It wasn't perfect for me, but it was still a great time. I loved that show so much. And yeah, I think that is everything that I had to update. And so today I'm definitely planning on reading around 200 more pages of this one. Like I am planning on stopping at like page 712. It's the closest I have to 200 pages, so it's 210. So maybe I will not be reading Blood Debts at all. But I mean, this is my like priority for now. Anyway, I will read 200 pages of something, and I will update you tomorrow again. And I will also probably watch the episode of Only Murders in the Building because very invested in that as well. And the new episode has come out last night. So I'm gonna do all that, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay, so yesterday I made it to page 712, which pretty sure I said was my goal. And so I read 211 pages, I think. So yeah, definitely achieved my goal on day 2 as well. And I like what happened in these 200 pages was kind of like a roller coaster of emotions, because something would happen that would make me really happy, and then something would happen that would make me really sad, and then happy, and then sad, and then happy, and then sad. And currently I'm struggling. I mean, the characters are struggling. I'm loving the book, but the characters that I care about are struggling, which I don't appreciate. And I have a little less than 200 pages left, so I am very excited to finish this book and this series. But I'm also very nervous because, like I said, all the characters that I care about are not doing great. They're all struggling, they're all in danger. And I mean, they are obviously like making plans to, you know, get better, which I hope happens. Like, I hope they make it. But I am definitely stressed. But like I said, also very excited. So yeah, today I will finish this one. I think I have 191 pages left. So yeah, I'll definitely read that. And then I will read some of Blood Debts to reach my 200 page goal. I will probably not only read 9 pages, but I will also probably not read that much. But yeah, the plan is definitely to finish this and read some of Blood Debts. And I know that I said in the beginning of this video that I didn't really have plans this week, and I didn't, but I might actually, like, something came up and I might actually have things to do tomorrow, and I will like be gone the whole day, possibly. So that will, be a little harder to read, but I am planning on starting a audiobook. So I will either like read Blood Debts like on the way to the place that I have to go and back, or I will like listen to the audiobook on the way to the place I have to go and back. That will probably not be the 200 pages because it doesn't really take that long, but it will help. But anyway, that is a problem for tomorrow because it might be a problem for tomorrow because I'm not even sure yet that I am gonna go. But for today, like I said, I'm gonna finish this book and gonna read Blood Debts. Hey, so it's really late right now. I am gonna go to sleep, but I just wanted to come here and say that I did reach my 200 pages, and actually I read 191 pages of the, oh my god, what's the name of the book? My brain is not working. Ship of Destiny. So yeah, I finished that, and then I read 25 pages of Blood Debts. But yeah, I just came here to say that I did it because tomorrow I have to leave my house at 8:30-ish, and knowing myself, I know that I'm gonna be late and I will not have time to film anything. So I just wanted to come here and say that I did it, but I will tell you what I thought about everything that I read tomorrow when I do have time. Because yeah, tomorrow I am gonna go have to do the thing that came up, and yeah, I definitely plan on keep reading Blood Debts, and I will probably maybe start another book. But anyway, I am gonna go to sleep, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hello, so here I am to talk to you about what I read yesterday and today. And first of all, I just want to say that I did accomplish my goal for today as well. I read 212 pages, I think, of Blood Debts, and I am 89% done with the book, and I have, I think, less than 50 pages left. But I am really tired, so I am gonna leave those less than 50 pages for tomorrow. But first of all, let's talk about Ship of Destiny because I finished it last night and I really, really enjoyed it. Once again, I cannot get into what happened, but I really enjoyed it and I really like the way that it ended because everyone kind of got what they wanted, but not in the way that you would think when you start the series. Like, not at all. But everyone that I care about, like, was happy in the end, and everyone that I hated also got an ending that I liked. One of them, like, they did like get the ending that I liked, but there was something, like one specific thing about it that I did not like because it was kind of too nice for him and I wish that it hadn't been. But overall, I am happy with the way that it ended, and I really, really enjoyed the book as a whole. But there was just one thing that I didn't like as much, like one character, and like everything around that character, I wasn't that interested in, and that character was definitely more prominent in this book than any other. And every time they were like on the page, it was very like about the political situation, which obviously is important, was very important for the plot of the book ultimately, but it was not really what I was the most interested in. It was not like what I was here for. I cared more about like the ships and the dragons and the serpents and the main characters and their lives, and the political part was kind of like the thing that I was the least interested in. And yeah, every time that character appeared, it was about the political situation, and I didn't like the character, and I also didn't like what they were doing and like the setting they were in and everything surrounding those chapters. So yeah, I did not love it as much as I love the matchup, but I still really, really, really enjoyed it. I still had a great time with it, and I am giving it 4 stars. And then Blood Debts, like I said, I am 89% in. A lot has happened. We have learned a lot of things as well. And we have learned that everything that is happening to like the main character's family is like connected to a lot of things that have happened in the past and like some murders, and we have been like trying to solve those murders, and like everything is connected to past things, and I'm loving it. I love the two main characters as well. And yeah, we have gotten a lot of reveals, we have gotten a lot of information, and we also learned more about the magic itself, which, like I said, I wanted to learn more about. And we also got a POV from another character, like a fourth character. And I think it was only like 2 or 3 chapters. And I mean, they weren't that like relevant, and I'm wondering if that character is gonna appear in these last chapters and be more relevant, because I mean they were connected to something that happened, but like seeing things from their POV was kind of pointless. So I'm wondering if, there is a point for their character to have a POV, because I'm assuming there is. But yeah, I am really enjoying it. Like I said, I am loving the main characters. I am loving the plot. I am loving, like, I love how they try to figure everything out, and like using magic and also not using magic, and learning about the magic itself and the spells and like everything that they use for the spells. And I love the atmosphere in this book as well. And like I have been wanting to go to New Orleans for so long, and this book is making me want to go even more, because I just love the atmosphere, love the vibes. And yeah, I will definitely finish it tomorrow, obviously, because like I said, I have less than 50 pages left. I did not end up starting the audiobook that I said that I would, so I will also definitely start that tomorrow. I will not finish it because I think the book is 350 pages long. The audiobook is 15 hours long. So, definitely not gonna read it tomorrow. And yeah, I was actually catching up on The Wheel of Time because I had 2 episodes left to watch, and I watched episode 4 or 5. I don't know, the second to last episode that I had to watch. And I'm enjoying it. I love the scenes with the Xianchun, because I mean I hate the Xianchun obviously, but like I love the scenes with them. They're really cool. I think I'm definitely liking it more than the first season, but I still have the other episode to watch, but I stopped because I realized that it's like midnight and a little late to be talking, because I don't want to wake up my entire building. So I decided to come film this. But anyway, I'll probably watch that episode right now, and tomorrow I'll read what I said I'll read, and I'll either talk to you tomorrow night or just on, I was gonna say Friday, but Friday is tomorrow, Saturday. Okay, so yesterday I finished Blood Debts, and then I read 52% of Masters of Death. I think that is 227 pages, but when I'm editing, I will make sure to put the right pages on the screen. But basically, Blood Debts, I really liked it, and this is like the first book in, I think, a duology, so it obviously ended, with a bit open. It obviously has some mystery for the second book, but at the same time, like, it solved the main thing that we were trying to solve in this book, so it did have like closure, which I did like. And also, like, when the main characters were like getting revenge for what was happening to their family, it was so like brutal and it was so violent, but it was so good. I did not expect it to be that violent, but I did really like it. And overall, I really like the book, and I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. And then Masters of Death, I I have some conflicting thoughts about this book, and basically it started with like Death telling us that he was gonna tell us the story of how his godson, who is like kind of his adoptive son, sort of like he calls him his godson, was gonna like tell her his story. And so basically we are following like that godson who's called Fox, and we are following a vampire, and we are following a demon and an angel and a reaper and a siren. There's a lot of creatures, and a ghost, and the ghost as well. There are a lot of creatures, and basically Death has been kind of kidnapped, and basically they're trying to figure out how to save him because there's like a lot at stake, and there is like a game that the immortal creatures play. And at first I was like really liking it, and I was really intrigued, and I still am, but they talk so much in like code, and I know that's on purpose, so like we don't know what's happening. And at first I was liking it, like I said, I was intrigued, but it got to a point where it started to annoy me because I mean, I want to be intrigued, but I also would like to understand something. You know what I mean? And I mean, I am 52% in, and I am starting to understand a little bit, but I am still like very in the dark. And also, there really isn't a plot. Because, like I said, we are trying to figure out how to rescue Death, but nothing really has moved forward. Nothing really has happened. So there really isn't like a plot moving. There aren't things happening. And like the characters are fun and they're funny, and I am like flying through this book. I am having a good time with it. But at the same time, like, what's happening? You know? Nothing really. So like I am enjoying it, but I'm not like loving it. I'm not obsessed with it. But yeah, there's that. That's what's happening. And today, I don't know honestly if I'm gonna be able to reach my 200 pages because I am gonna be like out of the house the entire day pretty much. So I honestly doubt that I'll be able to read my 200 pages, but I'll still read like as much as I can, even if I don't reach that goal, because like I think I said at the beginning of the week, I was never sure I would be able to do this during the weekend as well. And also tomorrow I will also like not be home for most of the day. So again, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. But anyway, I mean, if I do read my 200 pages, I will finish Masters of Death and then start something else. If not, I'll just read as much as I can from Masters of Death. And I will let you know tomorrow if I have succeeded or not. Okay, so yesterday I did actually reach my 200 pages. I actually read 228 because I finished Masters of Death. And there's something I forgot to mention like the other day, because I actually started the book by reading the ebook and also listening to the audiobook. But for some reason, I don't know why, but I really didn't like the audiobook. It was like not helping me at all. I was not enjoying it. So I listened to maybe like, I don't know, 2 or 3 chapters, and then I just read the rest. But I feel like, I feel pretty much the same as I felt before. It was fun. It was funny. The characters were interesting, and they, like, their interactions were fun, and I was having fun with that book, but at the same time there really wasn't much of a plot. Of course, we did get more of the plot in the second half because we were actually like actively seeing the games being played. So there was that happening, and the games were fun, but it was still not like the most exciting thing I've ever read. But I still had fun with it, and I am giving it 3.5 stars. And then I started Perfume, which is the book I borrowed from my friend. And I read 60 pages of that. And this is called like Perfume, the story of a murderer. And I mean, we have basically seen him, we saw his birth, and then we saw like his childhood, or like things people thought about him when he was a child. And then like he grew up, and we saw like the first person that he killed, and that is like pretty much where I'm at. And basically like he doesn't smell like anything. He does not have a smell. And on the other hand, he has like a great sense of smell. He can smell everything. Like he can smell things that other people can't, and he can like identify and distinguish smells that other people can't. The person he killed was someone that had like a very special smell, and like he wanted to have it. And I only read 60 pages, but I am really enjoying it. And I mean, this is not only is this in Portuguese, but this is like older, so it's an interesting reading experience. I haven't read anything, I mean, I read things in Portuguese like every day, but like books, I haven't read a book in Portuguese in a while, and especially like Portuguese from this time. So yeah, it's interesting, but I am really, really enjoying it. And that is it. That's what I read yesterday. And today, like I think I said, I might not reach my 200 pages because I am going to an Oktoberfest, and I am probably gonna get home like pretty late, and I'm not gonna be able to read right as I get home. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but I am gonna try my best. And either way, I will talk to you on Monday to wrap up the vlog. Okay, so it is Monday, and I actually managed to read my 200 pages last night. I started like 2 something, and I read until almost 4, but I did read my 200 pages, actually 213, which was what I had left of the book. So I finished the book, and I really, really enjoyed it. And we definitely saw like him getting more and more obsessed with certain smells, like the smells of certain people, and like creating the smell like of humans, the human smell, and smells that would create different kinds of emotions in other people. And that was so like fascinating, and like the ending was insane. I did not see that coming, but apparently like everyone's shocked by the ending, so that was that. But I really, really liked it. I had a lot of fun. I mean, I flew through this book, and I mean, the font is like kind of big, but still, like, I flew through this book. I was having such a good time, and I was so invested, and I think I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. And also, I completed my challenge. I read over 200 pages every day, and to actually wrap up everything that I did read, so I read 600 pages of Ship of Destiny, so like I finished that. And then I read Blood Debts, Masters of Death, and Perfume, and I read a total of 1,542 pages. And I hadn't read that much in a hot minute, but also it wasn't like actually hard. And I think that's because I really enjoyed everything that I read. So that definitely helped me actually being able to complete this challenge even on the days that I didn't really have much time to read. So yeah, I did it, and that is everything for this weekly reading vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!